Good morning, folks. Happy birthday to my lovely wife, Catherine. We've got a can't-miss slate of news today, but we're starting with our star over at spaceweathernews.com. We're finding a very quiet sun with no sunspots and the solar flaring flat in minimum cycle expected range. You'll recall a coronal hole just turned out of view on the south, and we speculated it might miss Earth due to being so far south, and that's a sort of. We took a minimum intensity increase in the plasma stream, has caused a touch of instability in Earth's magnetosphere. We'll have eyes on that today while we know the coronal holes facing Earth now still have a couple days before their streams arrive. Let's go to the terrestrial weather. The same system that hit Greece has moved eastward as they are wont to do, with cold and snow records falling from Russia down to Israel and onward into the landmass. It should be noted that while the cold in Russia is more deadly now, the coming melt-driven floods in Israel from the snow could end up being more dangerous. Quick look at the GOES 17 visibility of the North Pacific. Storms lined up there heading for the Americas. Let's go to the science news. We're starting at Venus, where amazing imagery of cloud formations has been seen through the high-altitude obscuring dust for the first time. Incredible structure in the planetary atmosphere. Up next, the dawn of the next age of star formation science has begun. They've identified over 100,000 star-forming nurseries in just 74 galaxies, and this is poised to dwarf the entirety of such systems for study that existed previously. Key focus for the group is how the starting chemical conditions and resulting stellar growth could affect future generations of stars. In yet another at least they think so moment, we have a gorgeous nova and a star left behind. As with the recurrent nova in the known universe, they believe that this was a binary feeding nova, but just like with the recurrent nova, they've yet to actually spot a double system. So when they find a surviving binary like this, one has to ask if perhaps it is a recurrent one, the nova, and there was never a previous star at all. But sometimes we have no choice but to say that a star existed in the past tense, while black hole science under the electric and plasma universe models is characterized differently. Regardless of what model you're using, when a burst 10 times bigger than most supernova is seen after light stretching from a star, you can be sure it has indeed been destroyed. If anyone remembers the point about missing galactic satellites and how it violated dark matter models, well, we now find the Milky Way, Andromeda, and Centaurus A being joined by M94, following the exact same pattern. The top story today is about Earth's magnetic pole reversal. The changes are accelerating and it's making headlines around the world this week. It's related to our report early in 2018, so let's go and take a look at that. The World Magnetic Model is a collaboration of more scientists than I can count, from all over, detailing the situation and changes in Earth's magnetic field. They are supposed to be valid for 5-year periods between model updates, with the next one due out at the end of 2019. But we just blew past the red line, maximum error specification, 1 year ago, and are now seeing grid variation error way too high. They are blaming unmodeled crustal and external magnetic fields for taking reality outside of the bounds of their expectations. The official 2015 model, too erroneous for the above 55th north latitude region. So this is the update that you need to know now. Due to the error, they have pushed the next model release from 2020 up to 2019. It was actually supposed to come out next week. The government shutdown has delayed this release until at least the end of the month, but indeed the situation is emblematic of the continued reversal of the magnetic poles of Earth, now moving more than the models consider acceptable for them to be accurate. Folks, the full accounting of the situation can be seen in our presentation from 11 months ago. Energy from Space. It is all about Earth's magnetic reversal, and it is linked for you below the video in the description box. We've got your wind maps followed by shots of our star to close. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now it's 4:05 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.